Hi girls. Hi, I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this. My head, I'm just like buzzing. I'm buzzing with thoughts and ideas and motivation and all the things from the Purple Status Retreat. I feel re-energized in my business, and I want to share this with you because if I need it, you need it. You know what I mean? Like we all need this. So I'm gonna wait a couple seconds because I just want to, hopefully people are here to hop on. Say hi when you're here because I want to make sure that Facebook's working today. You know, sometimes it doesn't work. So say hi when you're here so that I can see you and we can chat. And I'm excited for this one. I am excited. Hey, Steph. Yay. This one's going to be good. This one's going to be good. So, hey, Kimmy. I'm feeling really inspired. I'm feeling really fired up. I'm feeling really excited to really dive in to my business the rest of the month, the next month. I was feeling very stuck, isn't the word. We'll get into it. Okay, so I have notes. We are talking big stuff today. So when I was in Utah for Purple Status Retreat, they had this woman, Deb Erickson, do basically our keynote, if you will, training. They had her at the Black Status Retreat, I think. And they also had her at the convention speaker training, if my understanding is correctly. She is so motivational. It's not just business training. She also has you dive deep. She has you go deep and really start exploring what it is in your life that is holding you back, what has happened in your life that is holding you back, and what shapes you as a leader. So it was very intensive having to really look within and figure out why I do what I do, why I don't do certain things that I might want to do or need to do, and really start pulling at those threads. And the biggest takeaway for me, she said one phrase that just stopped me in my tracks, and I will explain why. And I know that this will resonate with a whole bunch of you, okay? She said, deservability is not erased by achievability. And what she means by that is you have all earned whatever status you are. You worked for that status. Whether you are yellow, pink, blue, green, orange, whatever your status, you worked to get there. You hustled, you did the work. You deserve your title, your status. You worked hard, guys. You put in the time. You built a team. You did the sales. And then maybe you didn't requalify, or you've been requalifying, but you haven't yet promoted again. And you're getting deep inside and you're like, what is wrong with me? Maybe I didn't deserve this after all, okay? And what she is saying is that you're wrong. You do deserve it. You earned the spot you achieved. It's not a race. That accomplishment is not erased by achieving it time and time again if you haven't requalified or if you haven't yet promoted. And that really resonated with me because I was orange for 14 months. Then I hit purple in February and black in March. And you guys know, it was fast, it was furious, it was exciting. But what happened for me in April is all of a sudden I felt this weight of pressure and doubt and kind of feeling like, okay, well, I was orange for so long. Shouldn't I be purple for a while? Don't I have to earn my promotion? Don't I need to sit there and really lead my team as purple? Was black a fluke? I started getting all in my head. And it really was holding me back. Melissa, it's all good. Melissa, I will say this part again because this is like the key, most important thing. The biggest takeaway that Deb Erickson taught us at the training is she said that deservability is not erased by achievability, meaning you have earned where you are. You did the work. You are amazing. You are inspiring. You are a leader. So Melissa's here. Melissa, you earned blue. You earned blue. And if you haven't requalified blue or if you have not yet hit green, your worthiness of your spot is not diminished by not yet achieving that promotion or not yet achieving that requalification. You are worthy of where you are. You've done amazing things. So that really resonated with me because I had not been feeling worthy of Black status. And I don't mean that to be in a like, I didn't think I was good enough for Black status. No, like I felt like I hadn't done my time. I hadn't put in the time at Purple because it was so fast, that it was a fluke that Black happened and I didn't deserve that title because the way I was looking at it was maybe the work hadn't really been done. Maybe that was like a blip. Wrong. She calls it aha moments. The little light bulb started to go off. Moxie is Black status because we put in the time. We worked so hard. Those 14 months at Orange were not for nothing. All of that was building and growing. So for you, if you are Pink for 5 months, all that time at Pink, if you are working your business, is not for nothing. You are worthy of what you are and what is coming for you. And that just like blew my mind. So once I started focusing on that and really started looking at things differently, I realized that most of us are in the same place. We're doubting ourselves. And where does that come from? Fear. So will you guys indulge me and do a little exercise with me? Because she did it with us and I was like, oh. So before the exercise, she said, we all tell ourselves a crap load of lies all day long. Our brain, 85% of what our brain tells us is a lie. Think about that. What? 85% of what our brain is telling us is a lie, she said. So here's an example of that. We tell ourselves these false statements. I can't recruit anybody. I can't book a party. I can't. And we start to believe it. And the reason we have told ourselves this lie is from one moment where that lie was a truth. Maybe we had a flop party. Maybe we asked somebody about the opportunity and she said no. So suddenly our brain decides that this falsity is a truth. Okay, so here's the game we're gonna play. Here's the exercise. I want you guys to participate, otherwise it's not gonna work at all. And here's hoping it worked, because it worked with most of us, okay? Close your eyes. No, seriously, do it with me. Close your eyes, just listen to my voice. Come on. Okay, I want you to visualize a stop sign. Are your eyes closed? Visualize the stop sign. Can you see it? Keep looking at it with your eyes closed. Okay, I want you to look at how many sides it has. Can you see how many sides the stop sign has? Once you see it, open your eyes and type how many sides the stop sign has. And then we'll move on to the next one. So type how many sides the stop sign has. I know there's a delay. Trust me, there's a reason for this, okay? Type how many. Come on, guys. Okay, there's Melissa. There's more of you on here. Lauren. Kimmy. Okay. Good. Okay, close your eyes again. Keep them closed. So you saw the stop sign. You saw the 8 sides of the stop sign, okay? Now, I want you to visualize a yield sign. Can you see it? Can you see the yield? Awesome. Okay, look at the yield. Look at the yield. Now open your eyes. Oh no, don't open them. Sorry. Close your eyes. Look at the yield. See the color of the yield sign. You see it? Okay. Now open your eyes and tell me the colors on the yield sign. Go ahead. If you're just joining, they're like, why is Molly sitting here staring at us? Tell me the colors of the yield sign, guys. Come on, Facebook. Tell me the color of the yield sign. Hey, Elizabeth. Yellow, white and red, yellow and black. Yellow. Yep. All right, awesome. So, I don't have a picture to show you, but all of you who are saying yellow and black, right? Wrong. A yield sign is red and white. It's red and white. Right? Is your mind blown here? It's blown. Now, let's bring it back to what I was talking about, the way that your brain tells you lies. Yield signs used to be yellow and black prior to 1978, okay? I think that's the year. 1978, Before then, yield signs were yellow and black. I wasn't born yet. I was born in 82. Yes, I'm 34 years old. Okay? Most of us who, unless you were born prior to then, the only frame of reference that we have for seeing a yellow and black yield sign is that we saw a picture of it in a book. Or maybe we saw one that hadn't yet been changed over on the road that wasn't there very long. One time, our brain said yield signs are yellow and black, and now that is a false truth in our head. Okay? This is crazy, right? So instead of looking at it as a road sign, now translate that to your business. The one thing that you told yourself, I can't, I won't, I can't, has now become a truth for you. And it holds you back in your business. Now, luckily, when we see a red and white yield sign, we know what that means, even though it is not any longer yellow and black. But if you have told yourself, I can't sponsor, you're not going to sponsor. It's just not going to happen. Now, the law of attraction is something that, take it for what you will. I was a skeptic when I started. I was like, okay, this is like one of those like self-helpy things. No. It actually kind of works. If you keep putting out to the world, I'm going to promote to elite status, I'm going to promote to elite status, and you are putting that energy out there, what is happening is people are feeding off of your good energy. People are seeing you, feeling excited, feeling the momentum, and they're drawn to that. And in turn, your path gets moved faster towards your goal, in that case, elite status. Yes, what you put out is what you get. It is so true. If you are a negative person, you are going to get negativity back. And I have a very close person in my life who I can attest that to. She is a negative person. Negative energy comes back to her. She's the type of person that, oh, everything's going wrong in my life. Everything is blah, 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 blah to me. Well, that's because, not the only reason, but she's putting things out there. So let's turn it around and talk about how that falsity that we have planted in our head relates to the fear, relates to holding us back. I'm going to use another example that she used because it works really well. So she had a friend, this is back in like the early 2000s, who was a high-end realtor. She did like high-end homes, like $1 million homes. And this was at the height of the crash. So her friend was constantly, I can't get clients. I can't sell a home. I can't. And Deb Erickson was giving her suggestions, and she was like, no, Deb, this is a fact. Like she actually said, this is a fact. I can't sell a home. So one day they're in line at Starbucks, and the woman's chatting in her ear, I can't get a client, and they're standing there, and Deb said, literally at the next register was these two women, and it was really funny. She was like saying that they were like going like this so that everybody could see their diamonds, and they're like clearly wealthy women, two women. And they were like, I can't find a realtor for my house, like very over the top. But standing next to this realtor who's looking for clients saying, I need a high-end realtor. And this woman was so stuck in her negativity and the belief that she could not get a high-end client again, that she could not hear them. Even when she was quiet, like literally quiet, she could not hear them. She could not see them next to her. So this woman, Deb, said, hello, and introduced the two of them. She's like, hey, I happen to overhear you're looking for a realtor. My friend's a realtor. And put them together. In the end, the clients did not end up going with that realtor because they did not like her attitude. So that's twofold. One, she could not see the opportunities around her because she was so convinced that she couldn't. And then, because she was being so negative, in the end, those people didn't want to work with her. So I find this really interesting because how many of you have said the words, I can't sponsor someone, I can't book a party? How many of you have really said those things? I know you have. I hear it from you guys all the time. And I understand that a big reason is fear. Oh, baby's waking up. He's staying in. That kid is having a rough day. It's fear. It's fear of people saying no. It's fear of people judging you for asking to support your business. It's all these preconceived fears that either came out of nowhere or are coming from one instance that now, like the yield sign, we have convinced ourselves is true. All right, wait, let me get my notes because I have some good stuff. So she did this crazy presentation. Okay, she did this crazy presentation where she had a girl stand up and she had an arrow, like a bow and arrow, a wooden arrow. And she told the story about a Native American tradition, and I don't know which one, where they put the quill is the feathers, right? They put the feather end against a tree and the arrow end straight out against the man's throat. And he has to walk forward and just walk towards the tree and face this fear of what's going to happen with the point of the arrow against his throat. So her whole point about this was that the fear is always greatest before you move. And the fear is stronger when you're standing still. That moment before you jump is the scariest part, right? The moment before you ask for a party, the moment before you talk about the opportunity is the scariest part. It's always easier after the jump. So she actually did this demonstration. If you hear him, I swear to God, he's fine. He just needs to nap. This kid is not napping. So she did this crazy demonstration where she literally had an arrow. She had an arrow and she also had somebody holding a board. So there's somebody holding a board that she put the quill end against, and then she had an arrow with the tissue against the woman's throat. And she had all of us in the room cheering her on. We were all screaming, yes, 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 like screaming it. And she's like shaking, right? She takes 3 big breaths and does it. 1 big breath, and she walks forward. And when she walked forward, the arrow broke. And she cried, not in pain, like cried from the emotion of it and what that really meant for her. That moment right before she dove in, the fear was so strong. In this case, is an arrow going to go through my throat? And afterwards, it was all downhill from there. She was so emotionally released that she cried. And it was really moving. It was really moving. Now, the other interesting part of this demonstration is there was 2 women who were going to do this exercise. And when Deb asked for a volunteer who was going to do first, one woman pushed the other girl forward, like, it's you, you're doing it, okay? So after that woman did it, the other woman was like, okay, I can do this. So what does that mean? That means that when you feel the fear and you take the steps and you push through, you are inspiring those beside you to do the same. It is far less scary to do it when you see somebody else do it, right? Like when you see your sponsor, I don't know, ask for 10 parties and rally and rush the end of the month and promote, it makes you feel like maybe I could do this too. Maybe it's not as scary because she could do it. So when you are doing the actions that scare you, when you are pushing through that really scary moment right before the jump, you're inspiring your team to do the same. It's not just talking about it. It's not just saying, this is what we need to do. We need to book parties. We need to sponsor. It's showing them that you can do it because I can do it. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. And that exercise with the arrow was a really fantastic visual of what that meant. It's scary. There's no way to say it's going to get easier to push past the fear. I still have fear, guys. I have fear every time I talk about the opportunity. It doesn't get much easier for me, but I know that the worst part of the fear is right before I do it, right? And you guys know that too. I don't know if Eleanor is on here right now, but yesterday I posted an idea about messaging people. You guys can go back and see it. Eleanor messaged 132 people yesterday. Oh my gosh. All right. So she does this. She messages these people and then she wrote what happened. And she said, you know, some people responded, some people ignored me, some people left the thread. And she's like, and that felt a little weird. But she said, and I quote, nobody died. Nobody died. It was okay. The worst part was right before she did it. Right before the arrow broke, right? That was the scariest part. And now she's on the other side of it and it's not that bad. And now she is making connections that she would not have had if she didn't take the jump. I am so inspired by what she did yesterday. That's amazing. And it fits so perfectly into what I just learned. Side note, a really interesting thing, a statistic she had, and I guess there's been studies and things about this, is the difference between how men and women view themselves. So I guess they gave men and women an identical exam. I don't know if it was math or whatever it was. And after the exam was over, they said to the men, 1 through 10, how do you think you did? And all the men were like, 9, 10, I aced this, blah, blah, blah. Most of the women were saying, I don't know, like a 6 probably, even though these women were scoring 7, 8, 9, 10, they were scaling down. And, you know, she said, this is a study, she's not just making a broad generalization, but most of the men were just so confident. They just, I'm gonna ace, it is, this is what it is, I did awesome. And therefore, they believed it. That was their truth. So even if they didn't know the score, that was their truth. And the women were saying, I probably didn't do that well. So when that translates into recruiting, she said, typically men in direct sales, they're always going for those that are at the top. They're going for those that they think are above them because those are the people that are going to soar. Women typically recruit down. And by down, I don't mean like less than you as a person, but in terms of people who are higher achievers, who are really going to work the business. Like if you consider yourself a 7, then you are typically recruiting 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are those people going to work the business? Do you want a lot of 1s and 2s on your team? No. You want the 7, 8, 9, 10s that are going to grow their business and become elite and help you grow. But we're not thinking that way. We're thinking, I need to recruit people that I can lead rather than people who are going to soar on their own. What? Now, this is not to say, this is not an insult to anybody. That's not saying that all of my personally sponsored are 1, 2s, and 3s. No, of course not. But we feel more comfortable recruiting people we think we can show the way, rather than the people who already would be amazing at it. Those are the people we're intimidated by. You guys have somebody on your dream list who you're like, oh, she would be amazing, but I'm so scared to ask her. You're so scared to ask her because you know she's going to be amazing, and if she says no, you're going to be like, ooh. And then that yield sign starts yapping in your ear, oh, this is my truth, I can't recruit because she said no. So it all ties in, right? I have a dream girl. I have a dream girl that I have not recruited yet. Now I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to stick the arrow on the throat. I'm going to do it. Like, why wouldn't I want somebody who I know is going to be amazing, who will run with it, who will take the basic trainings I have and make an amazing business, rather than somebody that I have to drag through the mud every month, kicking and screaming to work their business? We don't want that. Stop thinking of yourself as less than. You are not less than. You are worthy of every single thing you have earned in this business. I don't care if you signed up yesterday and made a $50 sale. You are worthy of that sale. You are incredible. You did that. And you can do big things, and I can do big things, and we can do big things together. And that is what I took away from this training. Fear is horrendous. Fear will hold us back, and every single one of us has the fear. It's not going to change overnight. You're not going to get off this video and be like, I'm free, I'm going to dive in. No, but you might finally allow yourself to jump off the ledge a little bit, get on your zip line and go. That's what I'm taking away from it. And I hope that, like Deb said, that when you guys see me doing what I feel I am now worthy of, that you will also see in yourself that if I can do it, I'm just like you. I am no different than you. There is no reason that I am at black status and nobody else on this team can be black status. There's no reason. We all can. And I am not discounting struggles. I am not discounting time. I'm not discounting the hard work that it takes. but there is no reason that anybody who wants the top of this company can't be there. It really does take looking inside. Now, I'm not cured. I still need to work on it. It's going to be a big journey, but I'm aware of it now. And now that I'm aware of it, I feel like it's going to get a little easier. Is your mind blown? My mind is blown. My mind is blown. Like, I could not wait to get back to you guys. I was like buzzing. We were in the mountains and the Wi-Fi was terrible. I couldn't barely go live. And I was like, no, I just got to wait and get home and process it all. I have so much more. I have so much more that I want to share with you. But for today, I want you to take this away. This is probably the most important training I have ever done in nearly 3 years. So please let me know if this was helpful to you. I hope it was. I hope it was. And I've got other great stuff to talk about, including like product development questions, stuff about how back orders happen, why they happen, stuff that I didn't understand before. So I'm really excited to tell you about all of these, but I hope that this was helpful for all of you guys. All right, have a fantastic Saturday and dive in. Guys, if you are running, you've still got time. You've still got time. Just do the arrow, push through the arrow, okay? All right, bye.